from bowled over fans. That's a wifey right there. Unlike Medusa, Erica never lost her head. Why just pose for wedding photos when you can pose with a snake?
Erica, smile at least, come on.
Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
I aspire to be like Erica, my goodness. Also, this video posted on TikTok of Erica wrangling the snake, more than 1 million views in just a couple of days. And the bartender rewarded Erica with a free beer at the bar. And Erica simply says, "Thank you, Steve Irwin." And I would like to thank Steve Irwin as well for a great childhood. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a wrap up on the arrest of a wanted gunman in Kennewick. The new charges he's facing after being accused of a drive-by shooting. And a route that just got underway at the Tri-Cities Airport has been canceled. How Avelo Airlines is trying to make it right with its customers and what they're doing for another route to entice more. Also, what you can do to celebrate and honor the life and legacy of a Pasco bus driver who was killed protecting his children riders. That's ahead today, and we've got the details. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6 a.m. on Thursday, May 16th. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, I heard you say earlier that we're done with the warm temperatures for a while, and now we're heading towards a cool down. How cool are we talking?
We're talking about 70s, so we're going to drop down below average. So those of you that are a fan of the warm weather, unfortunately today is the last warm day, but it's still going to be pretty comfortable. I think
70s is better.
Are pretty comfortable, but yeah, 70s are more comfortable, but some of you still may need that light jacket in the afternoons as we go into tomorrow and the weekend forecast. Big difference from those 90s we saw last weekend. Today, it's all about the wind. We have a wind advisory in effect until 11 o'clock tonight for the areas highlighted in that teal color. That's where the wind gusts will be the strongest, potentially up to 45 and 50 miles per hour. The rest of the region, including the Yakima Valley and the Tri-Cities, we could see wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. So windy wherever you go today. And the wind will impact the Dust Devils game against the Hillsboro Hops later on this evening in Pasco at Giesa Stadium. First pitch is at 6:30. Our temperatures are on the mild side. We're in the upper 50s, lower 60s, 58 Tri-Cities, 53 in Prosser, a little bit cooler there, and cooler in the Yakima Valley coming in at 51, 60 in Walla Walla, and 57 in Pendleton. Here's that rush hour forecast. As most of you head to work in the next 1 to 2 hours, temperatures will be jumping back into the 60s. And then this evening, it's going to be a bit breezy. So 2 hands on the steering wheel as you're heading home from work, but you can roll down those windows. Some of you may need the air conditioning on. 87 degrees, but a big cool down on the way, like we mentioned before. So we'll have your cool down, let you know how long it lasts, and we'll also talk more about the Dust Devils baseball game. We'll have that forecast coming up for you in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And starting off your top headlines, the Kennewick Police Department continues to investigate a suspected drive-by shooting that led to a standoff with authorities, which lasted much of the day yesterday. Our own Monique Ledesma reports the man suspected in the shooting is well known to police.
At 9 in the morning, calls started to pour into the Kennewick Police Department about a shooting near South Quay Street, but there were 2 different scenes.
Well, once officers got in the area and started making contact with the reporting parties, and then the other gentleman that was involved that had his car shot, we were able to isolate it over here.
The vehicle was shot at near South Kellogg Street, which is right near the second location, Quay Street, where police say the suspect had run afterwards. Officers then had residents evacuate this apartment building. Kennewick Police Department Sergeant Ron Salter says they were quickly able to communicate with the suspect after.
When officers got here, we contained the area. After a short investigation, we were able to isolate that the suspect went back into the apartments back here behind us. We immediately started to have the suspect come out to us, which he would not comply with. We had additional resources coming to assist us, the Tri-City Regional SWAT team and other agencies, and we eventually, after a short standoff with him, the suspect exited and was taken into custody without further incident.
Our cameras caught law enforcement speaking with the suspect as he turned himself in, and the standoff ended at around 1 p.m.
I live downstairs from where this occurred at, and There's just always been activity up there.
Police say the suspect that was taken into custody was an 18-year-old man and no one was injured. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And the man has been identified as 18-year-old Jesus Villa Mendoza. He's facing assault, possession of a firearm, resisting arrest, and obstruction. Authorities say he's also wanted on 2 other felony warrants stemming from other unrelated situations. And new this morning, a former law enforcement officer from Ellensburg is guilty of attempting to lure a minor for sex online. 49-year-old Kobe Williams was found guilty on May 14th of 1 count of attempted online enticement of a minor. Williams, who was working as an ICE agent at the time, replied to a Craigslist ad and believed he was talking to a 13-year-old girl. Williams discussed with the girl her age and how much she charges for sex acts. He then believed he was meeting up with her at a hotel in Othello, but it was all part of an undercover sting. Williams will be sentenced in August. Now to a follow-up on a story you only saw here. Airport officials have given us a few more details into what prompted emergency crews to the Tri-Cities Airport Tuesday night. An Alaska Airlines flight set to land just before 9 p.m. at the airport sent a message saying it had a medical emergency on board. Fire crews and first responders responded to the airport, and according to airport officials, the person who needed help did get help and operations continued as normal without further disruption. In other Tri-Cities Airport news, Avelo Airlines, which started flying out of PSC and directly to Sonoma in January, is now canceling that route. The flights will officially end on June 12th. The airline says the planes needed for that route could be useful elsewhere. Customers who have already booked flights are getting a refund and will receive a goodwill credit for use on future Avelo travel. Avelo Airlines also tells us customer demand has increased for its twice-weekly service to Southern California. Starting in September, the airline says it's doubling the weekly flight frequency between PSC and Burbank, and that's to 4 days per week. And surveillance video released this week shows the nose of a Delta Airlines plane catching fire while parked at a gate at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. This happened May 6th. Delta Flight 604 from Cancun landed around 9:30 p.m. and shortly after plugging into the electric power, the nose caught fire. After seeing smoke around the plane's nose, the flight crew deployed the slides and passengers began climbing out onto the wings of the plane and escaping. Delta says the Airbus is less than 2 years old, and it now appears the problem is not with the plane, but the ground power unit. Looking ahead today, the Pasco School District is hosting a celebration for the passing of the Richard L. Lenhart Act, and this is at the Transportation Building that's named in Richard's honor. Lenhart was a Pasco bus driver who was killed when a man came onto a school bus and attacked him. It's what pushed his family to pursue the act in his name, which makes trespassing on school buses a gross misdemeanor in the state. The act was passed in March of this year. Lenhart's family, law enforcement, school officials, and lawmakers are expected to attend the celebration today, and we will be too. We'll bring you a full report tonight at 6 and 10. And straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, former President Trump and President Biden are set to go head-to-head in 2 debates. Why the first one is different than what many people have seen before, but it's not a new format. We'll give you details coming up in just a little bit.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's got a great swing. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week. week.
It's time to save big at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco. The Forest River Adventure Fest sale, May 17th through the 19th. Get a new Forest River Salem. Was $24,000, now just $16,990. A new 2024 R-Pod Classic, sale priced as low as $21,990. How about a new 27-foot Coachman Freelander, sale priced at just $89,990. The Forest River Adventure Fest sale, May 17th through the 19th at Broadmoor RV in Pasco.
Save through Monday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Spruce up the garden with 4-inch premium annuals, now 2 for $7. Plus save $5 on Maui mid-back patio chairs. Save more through Monday only at employee-owned Bi-Mart.
The Memorial Day savings are on now, this week at Walker's Furniture, with big holiday discounts on all your favorite brands. Get the biggest savings of the season, or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing.
This week at Walker's.
Welcome to the revolution.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's got a great swing. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back. In political news, President Biden and former President Trump have agreed to debate. There will be 2 debates, with the second airing right here on Apple Valley News Now. Perry Russum reports the first is a little more than 1 month away, which is the earliest ever for a general election.
The presidential debates are set. The first weeks away on June 27th on CNN, and the second less than 2 months before Election Day on September 10th, hosted by ABC News, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. After Trump pushed to debate for months,
I'm trying to get him to debate.
Biden with a challenge in this campaign video.
Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice.
Trump responding, just tell me when, I'll be there. Let's get ready to rumble. The first debate will be before either man is named the official nominee of their parties, the earliest in U.S. history.
Early voting is now so prevalent, almost half the country is voting before Election Day. And there were concerns that the debates, if they're backloaded in October, are missing tens of millions of Americans who might be making up their mind.
Some of the latest polling shows Biden even or trailing Trump, but it's still very early. Biden shaking his head no when asked by ABC's Karen Travers. Today, as Biden meets with plaintiffs from the landmark Brown v. Board of Education decision, Trump is in court for his criminal hush money trial. Trump now asking New York's highest court to get rid of his limited gag order, stopping him from verbally attacking witnesses. It's an apparent thorn for Trump, as he frequently brings it up.
As you know, I'm under a gag order, so I can't really answer those very simple questions that you're asking.
And back to the debates, both will be one-on-one, no live audience, just Biden, Trump, and the moderators. And it's similar to how they all started back in the 1960s. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona is going to have details about how the weather's looking for today in that first alertful forecast. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hey, Tri-Cities, it's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. It's the best time of the year. No, not yard work season. It's baseball season. So come out to Geisa Stadium and enjoy $2 hot dogs, soft drinks, and more on Family Feast Night Friday, May 17th, thanks to Yoke's Fresh Market. And it's School Night, presented by Polish Homes. Saturday the 18th, enjoy the best fireworks show in town, brought to you by Desert Food Mart. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Who has the deals? Furniture Row. Who has the deals? Furniture Row.
This Memorial Day, we've been training. Prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy,
The more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend.
check out Doorbusters while they last. And financing, we're talking 60 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
First Alert Weather is our promise, our commitment to you, to keep you and your family safe.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, count on Stacey Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
And we're always on your side.
Paint your spouse.
Next live, actress Jessica Biel and Young Sheldon's Ian Armitage.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a mild start and a sunny start to your Thursday morning. As we take a look out of our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco, and the winds are light right now, but the wind is going to be the talker, or the big story, as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures are sitting in the upper 50s to near 60. It's a very mild start. 60 in Walla Walla, 58 in Tri-Cities and Dayton, 59 in Connell, 59 Moses Lake, 51 in Yakima. So a little bit cooler across the Yakima Valley this morning. Now those winds are primarily out of the southwest, 5 to about 15 miles per hour, but these winds are going to increase area-wide this afternoon and stay elevated tonight and into the day tomorrow. So the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory where the wind gusts could get as high as 45, 50 miles per hour. That is a possibility in Moses Lake, also in Ellensburg and the rest of the Kittitas Valley, and also down into the Simcoe Highlands and over toward Hermiston and Pendleton across northeast Oregon. So that's where wind gusts will be the strongest. But if you live in Prosser, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, or even Yakima, it's still going to be a breezy day. We could see wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour, so just under advisory criteria. That's why you're not included in that. Satellite and radar showing that we did have some clouds overnight. Those have now pushed off to the east. Here's our next cold front. It's north and west of Seattle. That will be here later on today, and that's going to be responsible for bringing us the cooler weather for an extended stretch of time. So today is our last warm day. If you enjoy the 80s, enjoy today. We will stay mostly sunny, and out ahead of this front, the wind is going to pick up and we're going to warm things up out ahead of it. Notice a couple of showers could form along the higher elevations of the Cascades, but we're going to stay dry here. So mostly sunny, warm, and breezy today. 87 Tri-Cities, 84 in Hermiston, 82 in Prosser. Look in the Yakima Valley and up into Ellensburg where that front crosses that area a little bit earlier. It's only going to top out in the 70s and around 80 degrees there. Upper 70s near 80 in Walla Walla. If you are going to the Dust Devils game as they take on the Hillsboro Hops again, the first pitch is at 6:30. It's going to be warm. Take the sunglasses, and the wind is going to be an issue for the players for sure. I bet there's going to be a lot of foul balls along the third base line, and you'll probably want to take the hat or the ponytail holder if you're heading to the game. Winds out of the southwest 15 to 25 miles per hour, dropping into the 70s after sunset. Tonight, there's that front. It crosses the rest of the region. We're going to keep it dry, maybe a few sprinkles, showers along the higher elevations of the Blues. But by tomorrow morning, those clouds will be clearing out and temperatures will be dropping into the 40s. It's going to be a chilly start tomorrow morning, not nearly as mild as what we're dealing with right now. And the 7-day forecast showing that we're going to drop below average for a stretch of time here. So 87 today, breezy. We're still breezy tomorrow, 74. And look at the weekend, middle 70s. That's pretty comfortable, but it's going to feel a lot cooler compared to the 80s. And then we keep those 70s going with a chance for showers, finally, Tuesday and Wednesday. We need that rain. Yakima, 80 degrees today, 70 tomorrow, and then upper 60s, and we may even see upper 30s this weekend. Keep that in mind. I know the last freeze, the average date of the last freeze in the Yakima Valley isn't until the end of the month. Walla Walla, 80 degrees today, 68 tomorrow, and then upper 60s near 70 this weekend. Hermiston, 84 today. Say goodbye to the 80s. We're back in the lower 70s this weekend. Those 70s continue into the first half of next week. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And some forecasters are calling this a nightmare scenario for weather. The southern states are already waterlogged from this month's severe weather. Now, some areas could get as much as 3 inches of rain per hour during new rounds of storms. And forecasters say parts of Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi could see significant flash flooding today. The threat could stretch into Alabama, Georgia, and Florida tomorrow. Some communities in the path of these new storms are still picking up the pieces from ones earlier this month. And the Storm Prediction Center says this tornado season is already the second worst on record. And just like you heard from a little while ago, Tiffany mentioning it's barbecue day. So fire up the grill because it is National Barbecue Day, a day dedicated to all things meat, even tofu. So cooking barbecue can include using charcoal, wood charcoal, or gas. And as for barbecue sauces, everybody's got a unique one. You can slather it on, also known in the South as baptizing your meat. And whether it's chicken, pork, beef, or tofu, every barbecue needs strong side dishes. My favorite, so traditional ones, are potatoes, baked beans, and coleslaw. And the first time barbecue was historically notated in the world was on the island of Hispaniola, where tribes cooked meat over an open flame. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, it is National Police Week, and local agencies are honoring those who serve as well as those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Austin Reed has that report next.
You're gonna need a new bumper.
Did you say burger, guac, cheese, Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, burger, guac, cheese, bacon.
Hey, burger!
Get burger. It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Get 0% APR for 72 months and $3,000 FlexBuy cash on an Escape, or up to $3,000 cash on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who's making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Woo! Just click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
When working, take breaks, go for a walk, or just get up and move around, because taking care of your mental health is vitally important. More at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
The El Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Hey, burger! Get burger.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back. Law enforcement agencies from all over Washington, Oregon, and across the country are paying their respects to officers killed in the line of duty for National Police Week. Austin Reed says in Richland and Yakima, the police departments are each planning a ceremony for later this week.
For all the families of our fallen officers, I know hearing the name of your husband, wife, father, mother, son or daughter, brother, sister, brings it all back as if you got that news just 10 minutes ago.
That is part of what President Biden said in his remarks on Wednesday at the 34th Annual National Peace Officers Memorial Service at the U.S. Capitol.
To share time with you and doing everything that we can to help you and to help us heal.
And this past weekend, Washington State Patrol honored the fallen officers during their annual WSP Memorial Ceremony in Olympia.
But yeah, all of the officers that were a part of Richland prior to 2008 are on this wall now.
I met up with the Richland Police Department where flags were at half staff. There's also a memorial wall just outside headquarters in downtown. It's been here since 2008. However, because the Richland Police Department has never had an officer killed in the line of duty, this only pays respect to the many different officers over a number of decades.
This is kind of an overlooked wall. We don't, a lot of our officers kind of don't even, they weren't here when it happened, right? There's not a lot of officers that were around back in 2008.
On Wednesday morning, though, someone in the community brought flowers and small American flags to pay their respects.
So National Police Week is a week where we focus on the officers that have given up their lives in the past years to provide safety for our communities.
Over in Yakima on Thursday, May 16th, the Yakima Police Department is inviting the community to a special ceremony at Sarge Hubbard Park. The event starts at 4 p.m. The department will honor all of the officers who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. Back in Richland, they'll be hosting an event on Friday.
This year, our awards banquet, our annual awards for 2023, is we're going to hold that on Friday, and it's put on by our foundation, but we kind of chose to do it the last day of Police Week.
National Police Week was established by a joint resolution of Congress in 1962.
Yep, we never want to forget. We want to remember what has happened in years past. We learn from each incident.
And we also know law enforcement at the Bend County Sheriff's Office actually flew to our nation's capital for today's ceremony. 3 other Pasco officers are also in D.C. And over the last 3 years, the FBI reports that there has been a decline in police officers killed in the line of duty. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, it's one of the busiest emergency departments in the state. Multicare announces its plans to try and get some relief and offer more services. Emily Goodell has that report. Also, Yakima's Camp Hope is one step closer to getting a treatment center, why people call it a game changer for helping treat addiction in the region.
Statistics show every 20 minutes someone is injured in an automobile accident. It isn't a pleasant thought, but sometimes looking out for the other driver isn't good enough. If you've been hurt, call Allen Bracke Law Offices.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
The Memorial Day sale starts this weekend at Moore Furniture, and you can save big with store-wide sale prices and free white glove delivery. Get your home summer ready with the in-stock looks you love and an incredible selection on all furniture, mattresses, and accessories. Why buy online when you can get real furniture at a real value? Visit your local Moore Furniture now.
Hi, this is Paul Wood of Woods Nursery. These are our arborvitaes for this season. We're running a special on them. They're 67 footers. They're $89.95 while they last. We've got fountains too, over 60 of them to choose from. Flowering trees. We have 5 acres of nursery stock. It's absolutely full this year. And we'd love to see you come out and join us. And we appreciate your business with over 50 years of Woods Nursery.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
And now a joke from Yoke's Fresh Market.
What do you call chips that aren't yours? Nacho chips.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
You know, even in the most minor car accidents, it always seems like the one not at fault gets hurt the worst. If that is you, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever battle New York. Watch Saturday morning at 9:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now in Good Morning Northwest, with nearly 100,000 people walking in the doors of Multicare Yakima's emergency department, the hospital announces steps to help relieve some of those cases in an effort to expand services. And Yakima's Camp Hope is one step closer to getting a treatment center, why people call it a game changer for helping treat addiction in the region. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:30 on Thursday, May 16th. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, I know we're getting a cool down coming, but it's not going to be too cool. I'm hoping it's like 70s, is it?
Yeah, it is 70s, but some spots may drop into the 60s this weekend. So it's definitely going to be a lot cooler than what we've seen lately. So enjoy the last warm day while we have it. It is going to be a windy day because we do have wind advisories in effect for the Kittitas Valley up into Moses Lake and also down across the Simcoe Highlands and into portions of Northeast Oregon, which includes Hermiston, Pendleton. These areas in teal, we could see wind gusts as high as 50 miles per hour. The rest of the region in the middle, not under an advisory, those areas could see wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. So it's going to be windy everywhere you go today. Temperatures are in the upper 50s to near 60. We're at 60 in Walla Walla, 58 in Tri-Cities, 59 Connell, 59 at Hanford, and 51 in Yakima. So as the kids are heading off to catch the bus on this Thursday, they'll probably just need that light jacket, maybe a long sleeve shirt on top of some summer-like clothes, because look at the temperatures today. Middle 60s as they're heading to the bus stop, lots of sunshine, 80 around recess, 85 degrees as they're heading home. Now the wind continues tonight, but the wind will start to bring in some cooler weather starting tomorrow. We'll let you know how long the cooler weather lasts, and we'll also have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital will break ground this fall on a brand new off-campus emergency department in Union Gap. Our own Emily Goodell spoke to hospital officials who say it's the solution to a problem they've been struggling with for years.
Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital's emergency department is one of the busiest in the state and also ranks in the top 50 busiest across the nation.
Yakima historically has always had a relatively high rate of emergency room visits, and that's something I think that our community, maybe because of a perception of lack of primary care, has decided the emergency room is the place to go to get care.
But with just 24 exam rooms for 87,000 visits a year,
It's very challenging for us to see people quickly and efficiently.
The proposed solution, an off-campus emergency department, something Multicare officials say has been successful at other hospitals.
What we see is that people naturally with lower acuity will pick the off-campus emergency rooms. So what that means is the number of people who need to actually stay in the hospital at off-campus emergency departments is oftentimes a lot less.
The proposed location near Goodman Road and Valley Mall Boulevard in Union Gap, across from Costco, picked based based on geographic needs.
Based on who uses our emergency department, this really made the most sense. And it has ready access to the freeway so that patients from the lower valley, patients from Ellensburg can hit the highway, come into Union Gap, and be seen very quickly.
A full-service emergency department open 24/7 in a 10,000 square foot facility with 10 exam rooms, board-certified emergency room physicians, on-site x-ray, CAT scan, and lab services.
So for a large majority of the patients who go to our emergency department, it's going to have everything they need. In the rare instance that they may need to stay or be hospitalized, we'll make sure they get to the hospital in a safe way.
They say they plan to break ground on the new off-campus emergency department this fall and hopefully have it open by the end of next year. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And Yakima's Camp Hope is one step closer to breaking ground on a game-changing behavioral health center at the shelter. It'll be made out of repurposed shipping containers. Director Mike Kay says changeover at the city stalled progress on the project, but it's gaining momentum again. The city, by the end of the month, will section off a small part of the existing land at Camp Hope. That'll become a new parcel for the center, which will be controlled by comprehensive health care. And this will allow state funding to come through. Then it's on to rezoning that parcel.
Once we get that one little small piece of their property rezoned, then it will allow us to operate the medical clinic that's there on the property.
The project also includes shipping container homes that will provide at least 30 new beds or more, depending on ARPA funding from the city. And the center should be up and running by November 2025. In college football now, it's official. WSU fans will be tuning into the CW and Fox. WSU and OSU are the only remaining members of the Pac-12. And thanks to this deal, all of their home games will be broadcast on national TV rather than relying on the Pac-12 network. They're hoping that the spotlight will help rebuild the conference. And we now know when and where the Seahawks will play this season. The Hawks host the Broncos at Lumen Field for the season opener, and then it's all the way across the country to the Patriots for Week 2. And fans take note, the Seahawks host the 49ers on October 10th. They'll also play in San Francisco November 17. And the Pasco School District is celebrating their future educators with a special teacher signing event. It's an event that honors the 113 students from all the Pasco high schools who've expressed they will be pursuing careers in education. This is the third year the Pasco School District held the event, and they're looking to make it an annual event. The district's Career and Technical Education Director says it opens opportunities for future educators.
We just wanted to elevate awareness of the opportunities for education and for becoming a teacher, and really recognizing our own students as our future workforce. And so really kind of just elevating that perception of this is an amazing career path, and in our district we want you to come back and work with us.
The students sign a contract that guarantees them an interview with the Pasco School District once they've completed their teaching requirements. And looking ahead today, a reminder for parents, the ESD 123 preschool roundup event will be today from 3:30 to 7:30 at the ESD 123 building in Pasco. It's an opportunity for people to ask questions about the early childhood education and assistance program preschool. It's free for children ages 3 and 4 as long as they meet eligibility requirements. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the city of Kennewick has a new city manager. Our Riley Fitzgerald talks with Erin Erdman and where she came from and what her plans are for the city. We'll be right back with that report.
North Idaho's Fernand Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Under our roof, they're free to dream big. Because we're here to help protect those dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Chill or grill on a new deck from Par this season. Get a free Makita Bluetooth radio or portable pellet grill with a qualifying Par deck package purchase of wood, TimberTech, or Trex. Visit par.com for details. Par, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
It's the Walker's Furniture Memorial Day mattress sale. Get big discounts on all your favorite mattress brands with even bigger savings on Serta iComfort Eco and Beauty Rest Black Hybrid sets. Plus, no interest financing with no money down at Walker's.
What makes me strong?
Every shot I take.
Every paddle I pull.
Every delicious bite. Every good long laugh.
Every story about our ancestors.
My family, my community, my tribe.
Our connection, that's our strength.
We use our strength to support each other. If you or someone else is struggling with mental health or thinking about suicide, call or text for help. That is a sign of strength we share.
Under our roof, they're free to dream big. Because we're here to help protect those dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
First Alert Weather is our promise, our commitment to you, to keep you and your family safe.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, count on Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
And we're always on your side.
Paint your spouse.
Next live, actress Jessica Biel and young Sheldon's Ian Armitage.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So check this out. The city of Kennewick officially has its new city manager. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio this morning. Good morning, Riley. So you talk with Aaron Erdman, Kennewick's new city manager. What did you guys talk about?
Good morning, Jessica. It's been a process several months in the making. According to Kennewick Mayor Gretel Crawford, the city started the search in August 2023. There were more than 23 applicants by the end of the year, which was whittled down to 13 and then just 4 interviews. Kennewick City Attorney Lisa Beaton stepped in as the interim city manager after the departure of Marie Mosley. The role of city manager is an important one, being the tie between the city council and the city administration.
Because we are a council government, but we oversee the city manager, then the city manager oversees the 9 different department heads and then the over 400 city employees throughout the city. So the city manager is really our main point of reference to ensure that we're moving things forward like we like to see them done and that things are actually getting done.
Aaron Erdman comes to Kennewick after working 10 years in Battleground, Washington, a bedroom community to Vancouver and Portland. She says Kennewick makes sense for her and her husband as far as the location and size. Now that Kennewick has its new city manager, the work begins. Erdman says she's most excited about the potential for economic development in the city.
I think there's a lot of good economic development opportunities. We're getting ready to go into our council retreat, so we're really talking about capital projects that are on the horizon and how we prioritize those. Looking at convention center expansion, a potential recreational facility, maybe a new city hall, potentially a new fire station. So there's a lot of opportunity out there. It's just trying to prioritize those and figure out funding sources for all of them.
Erdman just started the job last Monday, so she says there have been a lot of meetings, mostly one-on-ones with council members and department heads, trying to gauge people's goals and plans. Jessica, Erdman says her next objectives are to attend the council retreat this weekend, focus on the upcoming biennial budget, and explore the city's facilities.
Thanks, Riley. That all sounds so great. Can't wait to see what she works on. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Tiffany is back with your full First Alert forecast. She'll let you know how windy it's going to be today and what to look out for this weekend. Keep it right here.
Embrace the smooth, innovative vocals and dance moves of Morris Day and the Time, appearing for the first time at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish on Saturday, June 1st. A close collaborator with Prince and founding member of his band, Morris Day has a 2-decade mainstay with his own unique R&B sound. Tickets starting at just $30 are available at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Morris Day and the Time, along with special guest, the Family Stone, at Legends Casino Hotel on Saturday, June 1st. Get your tickets now.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998. Open 7 days a week.
Let the games begin!
American Idol, live coast to coast, Sundays on ABC.
Watch Sunday at 5 and 8 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Get incredible savings on top-of-the-line mattress brands at More Furniture during the Memorial event. Save up to $800 on the very best sleep systems from luxury brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. And you'll get special 60-month interest-free financing to help you rest even easier. Get fitted for your perfect sleep system today and save up to $800 at More Furniture for less.
This morning, Olivia Munn, her battle with breast cancer, her decision to undergo a hysterectomy, her health right now, her recovery, and the impact on her family. Now, Olivia Munn with Michael Strahan, the emotional exclusive. This morning on GMA.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever battle New York. Watch Saturday morning at 9:30 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back and happy Thursday, everyone. Hopefully your day is off to a good start. It's a sunny start out there, and we're looking at one more warm day. So if you're a fan of the 80s, enjoy today because the cool down begins tomorrow. And this is what it looks like live out of our Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco. And the Dust Devils taking on the Hillsboro Hops again this evening after their loss last night. First pitch is at 6:30, and the wind is going to be an issue for the players and for the fans as well. And I'll talk more about that in just a second. As far as temperatures go, we're on the mild side, upper 50s to near 60 this morning. 60 in Dayton and Walla Walla, 58 in Tri-Cities, 58 at Hanford, 54 in Prosser, and lower 50s in the Yakima Valley, one of the cooler spots this morning. The winds, not a problem right now. They're fairly light out of the south and west, anywhere between 5 and about 11 miles per hour. However, those wind speeds will be ramping up once we get into the afternoon hours, and you can see these numbers just skyrocketing. These are the sustained winds, the forecast, and it looks like they could range anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour. Of course, we'll see higher gusts than that. And it'll stay windy overnight and into the day tomorrow. It's not until tomorrow late in the day where these wind speeds will start to come down a little bit. So the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory for all of the counties highlighted in that teal color. It includes Ellensburg and Moses Lake, rest of the Kittitas Valley, also down into the Simcoe Highlands and into Northeast Oregon, including Hermiston and Pendleton. These areas will have the strongest winds. Winds could gust as high as 50 miles per hour later today, tonight, and early tomorrow. The rest of the region, not highlighted under this wind advisory, you could see wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. So under criteria levels, but it's still going to be windy regardless. Here are some safety tips when the winds get this strong. You want to have two hands on the steering wheel. You want to watch out for those downed tree branches and trash cans in the road. That happens a lot when the winds are strong. Secure any of your outdoor furniture this morning before leaving so it's not blowing around on your patio. And avoid outdoor burning because grass fires can spread very quickly in this kind of weather. As we go throughout the day today, besides the windy conditions, we will see mostly sunny skies, and we're going to warm up out ahead of this cold front. And this cold front really doesn't have a lot of moisture with it, so we're going to keep it dry. Highs are on 87 in Tri-Cities, 84 in Hermiston, 82 Prosser, 80 Walla Walla, 70s for highs in Ellensburg, 80 in Yakima. A little bit cooler to our west, where that front will push in a little bit earlier. You've heard everyone mention it's National Barbecue Day today, so if you want to celebrate and fire up the grill, the weather's going to cooperate. It'll be a little bit hot for the person grilling, 87 degrees at 5 o'clock, dropping into the lower 80s, around 6, upper 70s by 7 o'clock. But you may want to eat inside because of that wind. It's going to be breezy, so the wind will be blowing the plates and the napkins around. You don't want that. As we go through tonight, we will see that front pass through. Winds pick up behind it, and we are going to see any clouds clear out by tomorrow morning as temperatures fall into the mid and upper 40s. So a chilly start tomorrow morning and a cooler overall day, 74 and breezy on Friday. That's after mid and upper 80s the last couple of days. Middle 70s this weekend, not bad, and much cooler compared to the 90s we saw last weekend. 80 degrees today in Yakima, 70 and breezy tomorrow, upper 60s and upper 30s for lows this weekend. What a change. 80 degrees and breezy today, 68 tomorrow in Walla Walla. And look at early next week. That's when we could see those rain chances return, and we need the rain, so bring it on. 84 and breezy today in Hermiston, 70 tomorrow with lower 70s this weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And it's time for some entertainment news. So a West Richland home was featured on an HGTV show, but it's not for the reason that you think.
No, so the home on North Riverside Drive was featured on the Ugliest House in America show. And this is where comedian and actor Retta travels across the country to tour homes which are nominated by their owners.
Yes, they're nominated by the owners. We're not calling it the Ugliest House. Well, the winner of Ugliest Home gets a $150,000 home renovation. And now for the Pacific Northwest episode, which, spoiler, it did not become a finalist, but we found the pictures of the house on Realtor.com, so we just have to show it to you and kind of look at it and discuss it. Okay. Now, looking at this picture, it's beautiful.
I love.
Yeah. Okay, we've got some ancient
great.
doily curtains. I think that's the kitchen, and that carpet.
I like it.
You like the carpet?
I kind of like the whole thing.
You like that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Do you need your eyes checked? I'm just kidding.
Kind of.
I think this was the main bedroom. I saw the episode. Yeah, this was there's a sink in the bedroom, in the main bedroom. Like what is happening? Riley, would you want that in your home?
It's unique.
Oh, okay. You're going with that direct. Okay,
I really
then this
like
is a bathroom. There's like an astronaut-looking, something in there.
I really love unique homes. That's the thing.
So
my grandpa's
like the
house
stage
has,
right there.
Oh yeah, my grandpa's house has secret passageways.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
But like this carpeting and then, I mean, it just needs, some sprucing up, a lot of sprucing up.
I think it's perfect just how it is, Jessica.
What? You think that's perfect? You think that bedding was perfect? You think this is? I don't even know what this is. It was funny because in the episode they had a bomb shelter, but the bomb shelter had no door. It was a curtain. So that needs some sprucing up as well. And I don't know what's going on in the rest of these pictures, but the outside looks beautiful. It just needs some work.
I think it's perfect just the way it is.
But it's a great episode. And I know there's a bunch of beautiful homes in the area, but it was fun to see that one, that unique one.
Little local highlight.
Exactly. Well, we'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive, Michael Strahan one-on-one with actress Olivia Munn.
When you heard the word cancer, what went through your mind?
Last April, Munn was diagnosed with stage 1 luminal B breast cancer in both breasts. Munn undergoing a double mastectomy just 30 days after receiving the diagnosis. I'm ready.
Why did you want to document this journey that you're on right now?
Well, because if I didn't make it, I wanted my son, when he got older, to know that I fought to be here, that I tried my best.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on Olivia Munn's journey and why she wants women everywhere to hear her story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift. Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:54. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Starting off, an 18-year-old has been arrested for a suspected drive-by shooting that triggered a standoff with law enforcement in Kennewick. Jesus Villa Mendoza is facing assault, possession of a firearm, resisting arrest, and obstruction. Authorities say he's also wanted on 2 other felony warrants stemming from other unrelated situations. Yesterday, he's accused of the drive-by shooting near Clearwater Avenue before hiding out in a nearby apartment building, and the standoff lasted about 5 hours. Surveillance video released this week shows the nose of a Delta Airlines plane catching fire while parked at a gate at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Delta Flight 604 from Cancun landed around 9:30 p.m. and shortly after plugging into electric power, the nose caught fire. The flight crew deployed the slides and passengers began climbing out onto the wings of the plane. Delta says it appears the problem is not with the Airbus, but the ground power unit. And in Tri-Cities airport news, Avelo Airlines, which started flying out of PSC and directly to Sonoma in January, is now canceling that route. The flights will officially end on June 12th, and the airline says the planes needed for that route could be useful elsewhere. Customers who have already booked flights are getting a refund and will receive a goodwill credit for use on future Avelo travel. And looking ahead, the Pasco School District is hosting a celebration for the passing of the Richard L. Lenhart Act at the Transportation Building that's named in Richard's honor. Lenhart was a Pasco bus driver who was killed when a man came onto a school bus and attacked him. Lenhart's family, law enforcement, school officials, and lawmakers are expected to attend the celebration today, and we're going to be celebrating too. We'll bring you a full report tonight at 5 and 6. Also a reminder for parents today, the ESD 123 preschool roundup event will be today from 3:30 to 7:30 at the ESD 123 building in Pasco. It's an opportunity for people to ask questions about the early childhood education and assistance program preschool. It's free for children ages 3 and 4 as long as they meet eligibility requirements.
It's all about the wind today. We do have wind advisories up for the Kittitas Valley and also for the Simcoe Highlands over toward northeast Oregon. That includes Hermiston and Pendleton, going into effect at 11 o'clock this morning, lasting until 11 o'clock tonight. The areas under the advisory, that's where you'll see the strongest wind gusts, potentially up to 50 miles per hour. It's going to be breezy across the rest of the region, across the Tri-Cities, Yakima, Walla Walla. You'll just see wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. So under that advisory criteria, criteria, but still breezy to say the least. We're looking at plenty of sunshine out of our Dust Devils sky cam in Pasco. It's a beautiful Thursday out there, and today's our last warm day. It's mild to start off the day. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We'll warm up to 87 today. Tonight, that cold front moves in. We drop into the upper 40s, and it'll stay windy overnight as well. Breezy tomorrow as well, but much cooler with temperatures in the 70s for highs. And your 7-day forecast showing that those 70s continue this weekend, and we could see some rain chances back in play next week, and we need the rain. It's been very dry. 80 degrees today in Yakima, 70 tomorrow. How about upper 60s this weekend? What a cool down, and more 70s next week. Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.